Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 3 of the Gwease Bros podcast. We are on iTunes and YouTube, so go check us out on whichever platform you'd like. With me here on this beautiful Friday night is Jordan and Harrison, as always.
Howdy, howdy.
Hi.
And today we're not sponsored by G Fuel.
Thank God.
Because I don't
Thank
have it.
God.
Because I don't have it with
G Fuel's
me.
garbage.
It's not garbage. I don't
It
have
is.
it with me. But that's okay. It's been a long week, and we don't have too many stories to talk about, but we're going to be doing some reviews of stuff we've been watching recently towards the end. So stick around if you want to hear our really shitty opinions.
Yeah, pretty much.
We also just got done for our first full week at college.
Yeah, it was shitty.
Oh yeah, man, college just the worst.
You know, Jordan doesn't go to college.
Jordan's
I
a
work.
dropout.
I work 50 hours a week, so I can't really go to college, but you know that's cool.
But you still
Whatever.
got that tight ass.
No.
Starting off our news. I kind of teased this one earlier before we started for Harrison and Jordan, but Rockstar has released brand new concept art for Bully 2 and one of their older IPs, Agent. Agent was a game from, I think it was announced in 2007, that was supposed to be a PlayStation exclusive. And it's kind of like a 1970s Cold War espionage type game.
Oh, yeah.
And then they canned it, and that was kind of depressing because that game looked really, really cool. So they released brand new concept art for both Agent, which looks amazing, and Rockstar 2 got some new concept art. Or
You
not
mean Bully.
Rockstar, Bully 2 got some new concept art. That, I mean, Bully's pretty good, but, I mean, Harrison loves Bully.
I love Bully. It's
I
one of
know.
my favorite games of all time.
Yeah, Harrison loves Bully, but I think it's an okay game.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad. Not my favorite. I
Yeah.
really, for one, am hoping that they finally release Agent, because it's not many people know about it, but it looked really, really good, especially from somebody like Rockstar.
I'm really glad that when I went to Google to look up the game Agent by Rockstar, I
Yeah.
got many pictures of the game, and then GTA photos, Red Dead Redemption photos, and Max Payne 3 photos as well.
Well, it's Rockstar. What do you expect?
I mean, at least keep your Google image search accurate.
Keep it unprotected.
Safe search is always off.
Safe search is off, baby. Harrison, what do you think about Bully 2?
I'm excited. But it says it's not confirmed.
No, it's not confirmed yet, but the leak images looked very legit from what I've seen.
The pictures, I'm looking at the concept art right now, looks like Bully to like Bully-esque.
Exactly, it's Bully, like it's Bully characters, especially that fat emo goth chick at the top right.
I was looking at the mailman.
Well, that too, but the fat goth chick wearing the ripped fishnet leggings, looking like she's about ready to get oppressed.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh my God, I
Or
love
depressed.
that. No. Okay. Can we kind of speculate what the groups would be quickly? Like, if you were to say in Bully 2, like you had the preppies, you had the bullies, you had the jocks.
Well,
Who would
right
they
here
be?
it looks like on
I'm
this
looking at the
concept
five.
art they have the goth people, then they have the really preppy jock people, like that one dude in the middle with the badminton racket. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, go look up the leak images. You can follow along. Then you look like you have a really white trash mom who looks on a trailer, or
That's
like
probably the
lives in a
teacher.
trailer park.
It's probably a teacher.
Probably.
Or that could be Jimmy's mom from the game.
I doubt it.
No, she looks just like him.
Does she?
Like her. Yeah.
Eh,
What?
She looks just like him.
she looks just like Ghibli.
Oh, yeah. Then you
You
got
know,
the nerds.
what do you think that is on the top or bottom right? That doesn't look like nerds. It looks kind of more like class clown looking shit.
No, that looks like a nerd.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think a nerd has that
You know
much
the nerd.
swag, dude.
You know the nerds are coming.
You see
Swag.
you see his red high top shoes with almost ankle high socks,
He's
blue.
got a point. I'm not even looking at the
Then,
image, and
then
I
you
can
got a
already tell.
fucking cougar milf.
You're also forgetting about the nerd, about all those like pins, you know, that traditional people wear like at restaurants, like the waiters, those little pins they put in their
true. Yeah, that's
ties
true.
and stuff. Then you have
Uh,
probably the townie in the top left.
Yeah.
That looks like a townie.
And then if you look at the one image with the backyard Harrison, you see that truck on the left?
Dad's.
Dad's son. That's a truck from GTA.
Yeah, I recognize it.
So that's a little kind of hidden Easter egg. It still could be fake, though. You never know. Somebody could have had a good idea of putting that in there. Did you just rip ass?
No, that was him.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
I hope the microphone didn't pick that up.
Probably did.
It probably did. I hope it did, actually. I really do. No, but Agent, we talked a lot about Bully so far, but Agent looks like it has a really cool setting with a really cool story so far. So hopefully Rockstar revives that project and gives us something new, unlike, every other game they've been working on, which, don't get me wrong, is pretty fucking great, but, a little something new goes a long way. Speaking of Rockstar, Jordan, you want to talk about some new stuff in GTA?
Some GTA, yeah. So last week I was talking about how they had a new update coming out on Tuesday. And I was looking at it yesterday or the night before, and I gotta say I'm pretty impressed. It's nothing like blowing shit out of the water fantastic, but they added a lot of planes. That's like the main focus is like
What's the name of this DLC again?
Smuggler's Run.
Smuggler's Run.
It's
That's
more
right.
aerial.
Yep, they added, I believe it's 6 or 7 new planes. All of them can be customized in a hangar. You have to buy a hangar, just
Yeah.
like how you had to buy a bunker, which is annoying as fuck. But
I mean, we all kind of talked about this a little last week, so if you
yeah.
missed that, you can go check that out. But there's
exactly. But I also found out that in addition to that, they added in a game mode called Motor Wars, which is pretty much the same thing as Battle Royale, or like PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
Where you're dropped into a map, and there's a kill box, and it just slowly closes in, and you've got people running around in vehicles, people running around just killing each other. I'm really interested in it. I have yet to play it. But
You said Battle Royale is in like the movie.
no.
You ever seen the movie
the
Battle
movie
Royale?
was great.
It was
No.
great.
It
You
was a
watched
good
it?
movie.
Did you watch it all?
Yeah.
It was a really good movie. It's Japanese, and now that you say it, it is kind of like PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. A bunch of kids were dropped. They were each given a backpack, and then they would all run out of this facility one at a time. And the teachers held it, and they were just supposed to survive, and the last kid to survive wins. It's kind of like Hunger Games.
Is it still on Netflix? Because I remember it was.
They took it off.
Okay, they took it off. Good movie. If you haven't seen it, go check that out. It's really fun. A fun movie to watch. If you don't mind watching subtitles.
But you like anime.
I do like anime, and if you don't watch anime with subtitles, you're not watching real anime. You're watching a Western anime that's not real anime.
Subs, not dubs.
Subs, not dubs.
I can watch it without the subtitles.
I'd like to see you try.
That's sad.
I'd like to see you try. Harrison, I will like this. I don't think Jordan cares much about NBA.
No,
I figured
no.
I'd mention it.
No, I don't care. But
Harrison, I'm gonna give you the list of the top 10 best players in NBA 2K18. I want to tell me if you're surprised or not.
I know the first one's going to be LeBron.
Yes, with a
LeBron.
97 overall.
Kevin
LeBron.
Durant.
96. Yep, he's
James.
number 2.
I would say Anthony Davis.
He is like in a 3-way tie for third.
Okay. And the other two are Steph Curry
Steph Curry's also tied for third.
and Russell Westbrook.
Yep, he's tied for third.
James Harden.
Second, tied for second with.
Kevin Durant.
No, he's
What do you
or
mean tied for second?
no. Okay, I take that back. Anthony Davis, Westbrook, and Steph Curry are tied for fourth.
Okay.
Fucking. Oh shit. You just said his name. I can't think of it.
Harden.
James Harden. God, I always forget his name. James Harden and one other person are tied for third.
Oh, you said Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He's the
really.
10th. He's
Okay.
10th. He's a 91 overall.
I'm gonna have to say. I'm gonna say Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Kawhi Leonard. Great player.
Yeah. You used to hate him. Remember that?
It's because I hated the Spurs.
Yeah, but he's.
I never really liked the Spurs. But I respect him as a player.
I get everyone.
One more person. Let's just say he plays with Anthony Davis now.
Oh, DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah. 92 overall.
Damn.
I didn't think he'd be rated so high, to be honest.
He's really good.
He's good defensively, but I guess he's not bad offensive either.
10 times better Andre Drummond.
Oh, yeah. I hate Andre Drummond.
I don't mind him.
Really?
He's an awful shooter because he's a big man, but
Yeah, I suppose.
he's likable.
Anyway, I guess we probably shouldn't talk about this because Jordan hates sports and he hates us. But
I don't hate sports.
you hate sports.
No, I don't.
No,
So
he
you're
likes
telling me
WWE.
when NBA season starts, you'll watch some games with us?
Probably, yeah. I won't understand what the fuck's going on
He's
or who
lying.
to care about, but I'll probably watch.
There's a sport. It's WWE. When the season goes on all year long.
Speaking of that,
This is true.
we all had a very disappointing night. a few nights
Realization,
ago.
yeah.
It was very disappointing. One of our favorite
Wrestling games.
meme games to play, WWE 2K15.
16.
Was it 16?
It was 16.
Okay, 16. We logged on to play with each other just to have a good old meme of a time, only to find out that the servers were shut down 4 months ago.
Absolute devastation.
Stone Cold
We
Stone
logged
Austin.
on only to find out that the servers were unreachable, and a quick Google search confirmed our worst nightmares. WWE 2K16 will live on in our hearts.
Rippin' pepperoni. WWE.
Yeah, but WWE 2K18.
Rest in Pepsi. Chefinator.
Am I?
And
the
Lightning McQueen.
Chefinator. I'm gonna have to remake
Nicholas
the
Shrek.
Chefinator.
And Nicholas Shrek.
I will remake the Chefinator. I guarantee it. Yes, chef. You just watch. You want some Totino pizza rolls? I'll give it to you.
I do.
With a side
I
of
do really want
with
pizza
a nice
rolls
side of knuckle sandwich.
now. That's
Wow.
good. That's
I know,
good.
I know. I thought it was pretty good. Oh well. What are you gonna do? I see you're looking at the full roster for WWE 2K18, Jordan.
I am.
Enlighten
I
us.
know about 4 of these people. I
Yeah,
won't lie.
that sounds about right.
I'll do some honorable mentions here. We've
Okay.
got Samoa Joe. If you know Samoa Joe. Chris Jericho.
I think you mean Samoa Judge.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Mm.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Or like
Rick
Nacho
Rude.
Man.
Ric Flair.
You know Ric Flair.
Who else? Who else do we have here? That's pretty much it for the honorable mentions.
What about
I didn't see Dwayne the
Stone
Rock
Cold
Johnson.
Stone Austin?
He's not in here right now. I mean,
John
he's probably
Cena?
in there, but they don't have like. Maybe he's not in here. I don't know.
John Cena.
It's not in here. It's not on this list.
Judge Seach?
Yes, Judge. You know who they don't have that I just realized? Brock Lesnar.
Brorb Cessner.
Wait, Leo. That I didn't hear him say Batista or Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, god damn it.
Batista's
think
garbage.
I don't think you were there for that, Jordan.
No, he wasn't.
We were doing a little tournament
Leo and I were tag team.
over at one of our good friend Brian's houses. I think it was Brian's.
It was Brian's.
Yeah. And Harrison and I tag teamed with, I was Batista and he was Ultimate Warrior. And we created a thing called the Batista Ultimate Warrior combo. Where, what was it? I picked him up and threw him down and then you'd go in for the kill.
No,
Something like that.
I'd go in and I'd just do my A move and I'd just get on top of him and continue punching him in the face, yelling, pew, pew,
I
pew,
remember
pew."
that. I don't remember what Batista did. He probably sat in the corner like the fat fuck
think-
he is.
I think literally you just come in and punch him when he gets me into a hold.
Sounds about right.
And then then we beat the crap out of him.
I will say though, Batista's starting to diversify. He's over here in Guardians of the Galaxy and James Bond, Spectre, and all that shit.
Batista.
Batista is my spirit man. If I could be one man, it'd be Batista. What the hell is that laugh for?
Him?
I'm serious. I want to be Batista, man.
Of all people,
So he can Batista bomb people he doesn't like.
what about Dwayne Johnson?
He's bald.
Oh, that's fair.
So is Batista.
Yeah, but not as bald. He's got a little bit of fuzz on
No, he
top.
doesn't.
Yes, he does. Do you want me to get you a picture of Batista with fuzz?
I'm afraid to see what that is now.
Batista with
Have
fuzz.
you ever seen Moana?
That's not Batista.
No, it's Dwayne Johnson.
Look at him. Look.
Okay,
If
yeah,
that
he
isn't
does-
hair, I don't know what is.
He's got some slight fuzz.
No. Look.
How old is that image? First of all, tell me how old that image is.
I don't know. It was pinned by Melissa A. Klein on Pinterest. Shout out to Melissa.
He's 48 years old.
Yeah, I'm 48 years old.
He's also
if he's 48,
he's
I'm
also
48.
he's also 6'6" and almost 300 pounds of pure meat.
Yep, he's my man.
Yeah.
If I could take it from Batista, I would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, sounds about right. Wow, I'm getting some ads for fake Yeezys.
You mean Yonzos?
Yeah.
Quick question, Jordan. What games are you thinking about getting this year?
Like,
Like
Just-
upcoming games.
well, I already got Destiny 2. That's coming out in a few days. 4 days.
You already have it?
5 days. I have it pre-ordered, yeah.
Comes out this Tuesday.
Yeah, the 6th.
Is that 5 days?
Yes, that's
Oh,
5 days from
shit,
now.
that's 5 days from now. Wait.
I'm gonna get World War II. Probably do World War II. And then I want to get Anthem.
Sorry.
I want to get Anthem because that game looks really pretty to me, and just like a fun game. I'm not really interested in the Assassin's Creed game. I don't know. I don't have that many games that I want right now, but those are the few that I have agreed upon getting.
PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds when it
Yeah,
comes to.
I
Okay.
guess yes, that as well.
Let's see.
Possibly Killing Floor 2 that came out
Oh.
for the Xbox.
Did you say Battlefront?
No, Killing Floor is ass,
Killing
dude.
Floor 2.
Don't bother.
Don't
I
need
hate
it?
Killing Floor.
Did you want to get Battlefront?
Eh. I'm still hesitant on it because I don't know if it'll be good or not.
I feel like
I'll
we need
probably
to see
wait.
more.
I'll probably wait a few months
Yeah.
after it comes out,
I'm-
and then be like, well, okay.
Yeah, I'm just looking at some games and seeing what's going to be coming
Was
out.
it last week, Harrison? You and I were looking at Xbox for the deal for it was Battlefront, like the first Battlefront. It was the base game, the season pass, and all the DLCs for $5.
Really?
Yeah,
Where was that on?
it was on.
Xbox.
It was on the marketplace.
Oh
on
shit, that's not
Xbox.
bad. Is
It
that
was,
still there? Because I actually might buy that. I want to play the
might
DLC,
be.
but I wouldn't even
I
bother
just-
spending all the money on it.
I gave up on that game. It wasn't that good.
I mean, there wasn't enough in it.
Exactly. Which is why I want to hold back hope for the second one.
Yeah. Speaking of Xbox, Microsoft officially discontinued the original Xbox One.
Really?
Really?
The old
The
dinosaur
old one,
that I got in there.
the big box. Now
I mean,
they're-
that's the one that I have.
I know. Now they're only making the 1S's and the 1X's.
Yeah, that happens.
mean, it makes sense.
I mean, I'm not surprised. It's been almost 5 years.
That means my Xbox
Well, no, almost 4 years.
than it was originally.
Coming in, it'll be 4 years.
a rare collector's item.
and the day one edition of Xbox is probably worth nothing by now, but the same price.
Oh, I doubt it. The day one probably is probably a little more. I'd say it's more expensive, probably. I hope, because I bought that and I kept the box just in case I wanted to resell it sometime.
They were talking about. Are you
Selling
talking
on
about
eBay for $150.
what?
The day one edition of the original Xbox.
brand new, or it was that with
Used.
inbox?
The rest are $369 or $350.
Okay, that's not too bad.
That's unused, free shipping.
Yeah. I mean, that's still not bad. I wonder how much just typical Xboxes are going for.
Just wait till the Xbox One X comes out, then it's going to drop down to
Yeah,
probably
it's gonna
300.
drop down a lot.
Well, they already did unboxings of the retail edition of the Xbox One X. They not
And
the
the Scorpio. Yeah,
well,
they did.
they did the Scorpio edition a while ago, but now they have the actual retail.
They did an unboxing of the Scorpio.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they just
Okay.
recently did the retail version, not the fancy chrome and buttons and switches
Shit.
bullshit.
And COD World War II beta is now up on Xbox One.
Yes, it is.
So if you guys haven't gotten around to go playing that, go check that out. I think you have this weekend to play it before it stops.
yeah, I think they said
I think it's Monday, maybe Tuesday.
it's kind of short.
Ooh, a Destiny 2 leak reveals all exotic weapons and armor.
Mm-hmm. I was watching a few videos about
Shit,
that
I
earlier.
kind of want to check that out. Let's not blow our ears out, though.
Relating to World War II, Call of Duty World War II, Sledgehammer's Twitter released a teaser image of the zombies.
Okay.
It literally is just an image. It just says worldwide reveal.
Okay.
They haven't shown or said anything yet, but it's got me really fucking pumped.
I'm assuming it's going to be an actual gameplay reveal of zombies,
it
right?
will. It will, for sure.
More than likely.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like it when Treyarch does it. They don't release any gameplay. They just release trailers. While Infinite Warfare showed their gameplay and everyone immediately hated it.
Well, that's because they put fucking exosuits on zombies. That was Infinite Warfare,
was-
right? No, that was the other
Infinite
one.
Warfare is one with
That was
fucking
Advanced
David
Warfare.
Hasselhoff. And I don't think people
Like I
instantly
said,
hated it. I didn't hate
I
it
guess-
when they first released gameplay. I was kind of excited for it. And then I bought it.
I'm
And
Afterlife Arcade.
I was very...
I'm the outlier of this
was
group
average.
where I have despised pretty much every zombies since like Black Ops 2. I didn't like the zombies in Black Ops 2, and from then on, Transit's
You didn't
fucking
like
garbage.
Black Ops 2 zombies?
No.
Okay, that's
when it started to
That's
get-
absurd.
That's when it started to get a little outlandish for me.
It's too complex for him. He's not a
Yeah, he can't use his
playable.
brain.
He likes more like maps like Kino. That's simple,
Yeah.
right? You
Well, not even that. Just
well,
the quote-unquote realism. I mean, yes, they're Nazi zombies. That's not a real thing. But, like, in a more realistic setting than, like, hey, we're on the moon now.
That's
or,
Black
like,
Ops.
hey,
That's
we're going to
Black
fight a
Ops 1.
dragon. It's like,
That's Black Ops 3.
regardless.
Black
those
Ops-
don't make sense
You
to
said
me.
Black Ops 2 is where it didn't make any sense.
That's when it started to not make sense.
Black Ops
kinda
1 had
did.
moon. Did that make sense?
Hmm?
Did that make sense?
On
Black
what?
Ops 1 moon?
No.
Or Black Ops 1 Shangri-La?
That one made a little bit of sense because that was the Japanese
Ascension?
zombies.
How did that make any... Black Ops
Ascension?
Shangri-La was not Japanese
Was it not?
zombies. Shangri-La
I guess
was on
I never
fucking
played
Mars.
I straight up literally just played the base game zombies, and that was it.
I'd say
Yeah.
it's more like Taiwan.
Mars. I still stand that
Mars?
that Shangri-La is on Mars. That is one of the fan theories.
It's a theory. It's no.
Jesus Christ.
It's real.
no.
Look it up. It's real.
Ascension also had the monkeys.
I'm just gonna Google search Shangri-La on Mars and
Yeah,
see
look
what
it up.
comes
See what comes up.
You're getting a lot of debate. I think it's one of the most
Hey
debated
guys,
topics.
Mr. Rothwolfer's here. Oh wait, no, it's Mr. Dalek. Hey guys, Mr. Dalek, JD.
You actually sound more like the gaming revolution.
I don't know.
No.
The Activision community says itself that Shangri-La is not on Mars.
Yeah,
Right
look it
there.
up.
The first.
Look it up.
The first sentence I
Yeah?
see.
Is Google right about everything? Here,
Gravity
let me
is on
Google.
every planet,
Let me
not
Google.
just Earth.
Is Earth
So
round?
the planet they're on has
Let's
to have
see.
similar gravitational pull that Earth does.
Strange but true. Earth is not round. Huh? That's on Google. Does that mean it's right?
Well, Leo, do we have to believe everything then?
Yeah.
No, we don't. If Activision came out and
I
said
was
it,
say
it's
if
true.
Activision came out and said it, they're not.
Yeah.
They're
Where's
not
the
lying.
article? Prove
It-
it.
Right here. I'm looking at it right now.
Prove it.
Leo's just buttering.
Okay, I lied. This is from a
Shangri-La
man
is on
named
Mars.
Zombie Assassin 11, so I don't know if I can trust it.
It might have been on Activision.com. That doesn't mean it was from Activision, you dumbass.
He's also only level 5.
What was that name?
Zombie Assassin 11? He's the Legend 27.
11 is his age. Either that or it's his birth year in 2011. Got him.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't think they've said anything about whether or not it's actually on Mars, so I stand strong. It's on Mars.
Just wait for Mr. Raffle Waffles or Rad Austin. I don't know their points of it on it.
Oh.
But back to Call of World War II, I am very excited because it's the former Dead Space team making the
Exactly.
zombies.
That's why it's going to be
Good.
Yeah.
Because it'll actually be scary.
It's not.
And,
It's not gonna be scary.
Oh no, it won't last.
It'll
more than
it'll be darker than most zombies, but I don't think it'll be scary.
Good.
But then again, it
That's
also
what I want.
takes more than zombies to scare me, I suppose.
Right.
Will you stop it, dude? What the hell is wrong with you? What are you playing around there, you dildo?
No, this is the
Oh,
plug-in for my phone charger.
Could be a dildo, I don't know.
It's not.
Oh. I don't know, I like this a lot. I was just scrolling through. PlayStation, Sony is releasing translucent controllers. You remember the old ones from like GameCube days that were like...
Xbox had some.
Yeah, the original Xbox. But like those days where they had the translucent controllers, and I think they look dope as hell. They got white, blue, and red. Take a look at that, Jordan. I think they look sick. I wish they'd make some more
I
of
do
these.
remember those.
The you kind of know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I think they look super cool.
The opaque.
I wonder how much they are.
Probably like 80.
I doubt that. I think they're probably going to be retail price, let's be honest. $65. Yeah, that's not too bad.
Not too bad. That really isn't that
Oh,
bad.
I hate that. They're doing it where it's exclusive to stores. So the red crystal one is exclusive to GameStop.
Of course.
Blue crystal is exclusive to Walmart. Okay, just kidding. White is exclusive to GameStop, red is exclusive to Best Buy, and blue is exclusive to Walmart.
I would think red would go to Target.
I know. Yeah, that's a little weird, but whatever.
I'm excited for Tuesday.
Why is that?
New season of Siege.
Oh, that's right. New season of Siege.
And also Destiny's release date.
No.
Yes.
No.
I mean it is, but
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's gonna be good.
get scrub wrecked, Lord.
I mean, I tried the beta and it really wasn't anything special.
The beta was literally like two things. It was
wasn't
a
special.
strike, and then it was multiplayer.
Straight up, from my experience, Destiny 2 is an expansion to Destiny 1, where everything in Destiny 1 expansion-wise should have been in the base game. So I think Destiny 2 is straight up a DLC to Destiny 1.
I'm going to say yes and no. Yes, I agree that the first one was garbage and the second one literally feels like it's just an attachment.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. They have a, because when the first game came out, it was not finished at all.
No.
They even said that. Like,
and then they charged you...
We're not done with it at all.
And then they charge you $50 for a season pass that only covered 2 expansions, where they then introduced 2 more expansions that cost another $60.
Exactly. But here's the thing.
That should have been in the base game already. Just
Destiny
saying.
2, first of all, has a story, which the first game did not.
Yeah, it did.
It had a really bad
barely.
story.
You had to, like...
It was a story, though.
You had to fucking, like, dig to find it. But...
No, there was cutscenes.
I think that further, what?
Yes, there were cutscenes,
Yeah,
but that's
for the
not really
story.
a story. Those are just cutscenes.
I think this further
It's for the
solidifies my point that Destiny 2 is straight up an expansion to Destiny 1. And they're charging $60 for it, and then guess what? They're going to have a season pass that's only going to cover 2 expansions. And then they're going to release 2 more expansions at full retail price right after that.
No.
Yes.
No, they're
I
not.
guarantee you that is how it's going to pan out.
No, they're not.
I can see it.
That's
Harrison,
what
you're just agreeing with this because you hate the game.
That is what pisses me off about Destiny. I liked Destiny when it first came out, but then it turned into a cash grab because Activision got a hold of Bungie, one of my favorite studios back in the day, and ruined them.
I miss Halo.
Harrison can agree with me on that.
Oh, hell yeah. Activision's cancer. But now they're
Activision
starting
is
to do
cancer.
well with Call of Duty if World War II pans out well.
You know why they're doing well with Call of Duty? Because everyone fucking swore at them, telling them, "You bitch, don't do that to Call of Duty."
You got to see what happened on Infinite
And they made
Warfare.
a social space in Call of
Yeah.
Duty World War II.
This is Could you just imagine?
Confirmed
If
Destiny
Sledge-
and Call of Duty are in the same universe.
If
Well,
Sledgehammer,
yeah, don't you
Okay.
know that Shangri-La's on Mars?
It's true. Go ahead, Harrison.
if Sledgehammer released a game that was like Infinite Warfare and Black Ops, let's say they released Advanced Warfare 2, no one would buy it. Even if it had zombies, no one would buy it.
Exactly.
So Activision finally listened to their fan base. Unlike the other ones, like Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer decided, to listen. Treyarch decided to listen with the whole Zombie Chronicles.
Yeah, but they didn't really listen when they made... Well, I guess when they were making Black Ops 3, that was before all the complaints started about how they don't want games in the future anymore. So I'll give them a pass for that, and mostly because it's Treyarch.
Black Ops 3, they really did listen to the
I'm
community.
talking about setting-wise. Nobody really wanted a future set Call of Duty at the time. I didn't.
No, I was just give the campaign team something to do.
Hey, I won't lie. I've never.
multiplayer's pretty
I
good,
didn't. I didn't like I didn't even like Black Ops 2 because it felt too futuristic to me. And then I played Black Ops 3 campaign. That was probably the best Call of Duty campaign I've played since Modern Warfare 3.
Did you play Advanced Warfare's campaign?
No.
That was a press F to pay respects.
Did you play Call of Duty Ghost campaign?
Yes,
That
that
one
was
is
really
pretty
good.
good, actually.
That was really good. But the Call of Duty 3 Black Ops 3's campaign was a lot fucking longer than I expected, and it actually turned out to be really good.
It was okay.
I think Black Ops 2 is still better in terms of campaign, and Black Ops 1 is always going to be my favorite campaign.
It's not
Well,
a
of course.
Black Ops campaign, though. It's just the one thing.
Black Ops 3? No, it wasn't.
No, not at all.
It was more of the Ghosts universe.
I
honestly.
did like Call of Duty Ghosts a lot, though. I liked it.
Confirmed Call of Duty Ghosts is in the same universe as Black Ops 3.
I don't know if I'm on my own here, but I think Call of Duty Ghosts had a better campaign than Black Ops 2.
No.
I think so.
I think so.
I
would
like
agree with
Ghosts campaign a lot.
that. Mhm.
I didn't like Ghost campaign that much.
Really?
Why did you not like a dog?
I didn't.
Why?
Because
Dogs
Riley,
are-
I will say
War
it
never
was kind
changes.
of annoying. They put a lot of focus on that dog. So
They
this
did.
dog is game changing.
They really did, and it made
he
it
had
kind of
2
annoying.
missions. The damn dog.
I know.
Hey guys, let's start this mission by using a dog camera.
All right.
War never changes.
Yeah, it's a good game.
If you guys want to watch a good anime analysis of a guy, he does a
No,
good quote.
we're not. No, we're
He's
not
not
watching.
talking-
No,
We're
we're
not
not
talking about
watching
anime
it. Can I just speak?
analyses.
No.
No, it's
No.
a guy named Synth Cool. He does great anime analysis of Mr. Sweeney and Skeet from Jimmy Neutron. It's amazing.
Read if you're listening right now. Don't.
Do it.
Just don't.
That's what I said. It's sodium chloride. You're supposed to hit the buttons with the food on them.
Oh my god, he had another video where he just rants on Jimmy. They do it for fucking inventory, Jimmy. Skeet is a man of the people. I miss Skeet. Jordan saw a video by him recently, earlier, like probably 2 hours ago.
38 seconds of just asinine screaming and rambling about Bulby.
40 seconds of ass.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of.
Hey, extra McThankies from McSpinkies.
That's what I said. Sodium chloride.
You mean
That's what I said.
You mean salt?
You mean salt?
That's what I said.
Sodium chloride. That's what I said.
Oh, I love that meme.
Oh boy.
That's my meme of this week.
Cringe. It's kind of cringy, dude, but it's funny.
I'm excited. The game Cuphead coming out. this
Cuphead looks
month.
fun. It looks very unique.
It looks like a 1950s cartoon with a side scroller.
Did you know that that entire game is hand drawn?
Yeah.
That's what I'm impressed about. I mean, the game looks like it's gonna be a fuck ton of fun.
It's a
but
classic couch
And-
gaming.
And you wonder why it took 3 years for them to release it?
It's
Yeah.
been about 3 years.
I think it's been 3 years.
They've been working on it for at least 3 years now.
Probably longer.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
September 29th for Cuphead,
Mhm.
which I'm going to be buying.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like a fun game. Something I'll definitely try out.
Well, we're all going to play it out. on
I
my
haven't
TV.
played a good platforming game in a long time. Not one that I just sat down and enjoyed.
Assassin's Creed Chronicles.
No.
bad games.
Yes.
I haven't really
Chronicles.
enjoyed one since I played
What about like Super Meat Boy?
it was,
Super Meat Boy.
I
is
never
fun.
really liked Super Meat Boy.
Oh, Castle Crashers.
I didn't play that. I never played
yeah.
that.
It's not really a platformer though.
Well, it's the same aspect.
It's a
of-
side scroller for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what Cuphead is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never played Castle Crashers. It
That's
didn't
a fun
interest me
game.
that much.
It's fun. Rayman
But I haven't really
Legends is
sat
kinda
down
the
and
same.
enjoyed one since probably when I was like 7 or 8 playing Super Mario Advance World 3 or whatever on my Game Boy.
I thought you were gonna say Super Mario Advanced Warfare.
Oh no!
And I was like, oh no.
War never changes.
Press F to pay respects.
Press F to plumb the pipes of infinity.
Into your ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't. Well,
Oh,
we've been talking.
Jordan?
Huh?
I don't remember. Did we talk about Friday the 13th last week on a possible new Jason?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We mentioned it.
I mean, we mentioned it, but I don't know if they followed up on anything on that yet. I know they had an update recently, but I checked through all the characters and I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I was very annoyed. I went to go buy the swimsuit pack for Chits and Giggles, and it wasn't on the store.
Of course it isn't. It's probably not up yet, just because they're a bunch of dorks.
I
Yeah.
want to see Chad in a Speedo.
Yeah.
I want to see Chad Kensington in a Speedo, but he still has his sweater around his neck.
And that stupid face.
Man, I wish more people would play Friday the 13th. It's been a good month or so since I got a good game of that in.
We
That's
almost
true.
killed someone in a public match.
Oh my god.
Who's such a noob.
How are you that bad as Jason?
I know. We got put into a public game with someone who's probably never played Jason before, and we almost killed him.
A new thing, actually, is it's going to be dedicated servers on consoles, not hosts.
Are you talking about Friday the 13th?
Friday the
Thank
13th.
God.
So when the host dies in the game, the entire game doesn't end.
Because, well, the host will die, but a lot of times if the host dies, he'll quit and it'll end the game. And that's what happened to Harrison and I quite a bit when we tried playing with a bunch of random people.
Well,
This
of course,
host
they get pissed and they'll
dies.
just leave.
Yeah. He's like, man, I shouldn't have died. I was swimming in the lake and I
Leg switch.
Leg
switch.
Yeah, he's got
And
aim
also,
bots.
everybody who was host, 90% of the time, had a shitty connection. Absolutely awful connection.
I wish they could have done like a host migration to the person who had the best ping.
That's not going to show up.
I know.
Yeah.
That probably won't happen, but they do have. If they do add dedicated servers, it's a step in the right direction. And so far, they've been moving in the right direction, at least from launch. Launch was a shit show for Friday the 13th.
It really was.
Yeah, but they're making their way back. It's kind of like what game is it? Kind of like No Man's Sky.
What do you mean?
No Man's Sky was awful at launch.
It's
no
It was-
content.
It was the
Still bad.
biggest disappointment.
It was a very big disappointment, but now they actually added in a campaign, a single player. They added in a basic multiplayer function. They
Damn
added
it.
in base building. So there's a lot more to it now that I haven't even gotten around to try yet, and I'd like to, but sometime.
I think the damage is already done for most players.
Exactly. That's how it is with a lot of those games. That's why I haven't gone back. Even though I played a lot of time, like I put a lot of time into it when it first came out, but
It was kind of like Siege.
I wouldn't even say. I
Like
think
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th was like Siege.
Well, because the servers didn't work. Just like Siege. The first week of servers were just... You had to spend 5 minutes on the main screen before it even loaded.
Yeah, that's true.
And then it started working. I remember when we went bowling, and then we found out Jordan had Siege, and his favorite operator was Tachanka.
Yep.
He only recognized it
times.
because our names... You were Capcan, and I was Mute from when we were bowling.
I like
Yep.
that. My favorite operator at launch was Capcan.
Capcan.
And he still is one of my favorites. He's a fun one to just sit back and play as. And Harrison's is always mute.
Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of Siege, Thatcher was confirmed to be getting an elite skin. And Jaeger's been, quote-unquote, leaked. Or did they confirm it?
They haven't confirmed it yet. So Thatcher has an elite skin, and his skin is called the Elite. And
Creative.
I know. And basically, his skin looks like a World War II fighter pilot.
It looks really cool.
Yeah. And it looks really, really cool. Whereas,
Okay, that's
yeah.
fucking dank.
Right? Whereas Jaeger has a leaked one, doesn't have any official artwork yet, so there's no official word on whether or not it's true. But if I remember correctly, I think
I
his
believe-
elite skin is called a Flying Ace or something like that.
Yeah.
He looks like a German pilot.
Yeah, that's the point. I think they made him look like a World War I German fighter pilot.
A Nazi?
Not Nazi.
No,
Not a
Oh,
Nazi.
World War One.
World War One.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not World War Two.
I would have loved it if it was World War II. He just has a swastika.
No, that's Thermite's military police elite skin.
I think
If that isn't a Nazi skin, I don't know what is.
out of all of the elite skins that I've seen, my favorite is Capcans.
Capkins is cool.
I really like Capcans.
Have you seen Pulses?
Pulse is
Yeah,
not
his
as cool as
you
Capkins.
mean Soap's retarded brother detergent? Yes, I have seen it.
That's
I
a
have
good
to
one.
say, Pulse's Elite Skin is probably my favorite because I love Taxi Driver. It was a great movie.
Yeah. And you didn't even buy his elite skin. I bought it as a meme.
I don't play as Pulse.
That's
Bought it as a
$15 down the
meme.
drain as a meme, and I haven't even got to use the taunt yet.
I remember. I still hate Pulse, but whenever I play as him, I do very well.
Yeah.
Because I torment the other team by acting like I have dip in, because Pulse just looks like he's packing a dip.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yesterday was my very first time actually getting Sledge's elite taunt. Not gonna lie.
You also got Thermites yesterday.
Yeah, Jordan, Harris and I played 2 games of Cash, and both those games I got MVP. And I had 2 different elite skins. So the first game I had Thermite's MVP taunt, and I used my magic trick.
This is why I hate you.
You wouldn't understand. And then the second game we played, I got Sledge's elite taunt, which is him swinging his fucking hammer like he's on the chain gang or something.
I really like this screen cap of someone looking at the elite skins on Siege, and they're looking at Sledge's L detachment skin, but it's just fucking what's her name?
IQ.
No, the
Caviar.
Brazilian chick.
Spook bitch.
Caviar.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
just
her.
No, it's just straight up her. There's nothing else to it.
I like that. Probably a
Oh, there he
bug or
is.
something.
There he is, detergent himself.
I don't know. Out of all of them, I think my favorite is Blackbeard's. His elite skin looks the coolest.
Isn't
by
his
far.
the Vietnam?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that one is pretty sweet.
He looks like a total boss, even though he's ass.
How do you think? What is your opinion? Like, how do you think Operation Health was? What were some pros and cons?
Oh God, pros. I'll give them 2 major pros. Pros, I think they fixed the matchmaking a lot. I think now we get into games a lot sooner, and the people we get placed with, as a whole, are probably more even than how it was before Operation Health. And alpha packs is one thing I think they did a really good job with. That's something that I can actually grind and use my renown on. Other than that, I think Operation Health was kind of a waste of time. It was I think it was, because they could have put both of those things in a DLC, no problem.
Or
They weren't.
reinforcement?
I think obviously there's no way knowing this, but I think Operation Health came from them not being ready to release Season 3 of
Probably.
Year 2.
Yeah.
And instead of admitting that they weren't ready to release it, they threw a half measure out saying, we're working on bug fixes.
1,300 bug fixes in this.
Even though Operation Health has less bug fixes than Season 3 is going to have. Or is it Season 4?
we're on season 3.
Yeah, this is
Season 3, Blood Orchid.
Yeah. So it's going to have... Operation Health had less bug fixes than Season 3 is having. Season 3, yeah, like you said, 1,300 bug fixes is getting patched. And then Operation Health,
Lighting's getting fixed as well.
I know, but that's not in Operation Health. That's in Season 3.
I think the biggest con of Operation Health is the servers.
They didn't
Or-
fix the servers in
they didn't.
Operation Health. They're fixing the servers in this next update.
What are you looking
Which, for, I believe...
That
I
would be
bel-
sick.
Yeah.
That would be so
Like a
fucking great.
That would be like a Knight Chachanka walking around gunning down everyone.
I'm looking at an image that just says leaked Chachanka elite skin, and it's a guy wearing Templar armor holding an M60.
Not bad.
I'd buy it.
Oh,
I
hell
would,
yeah.
100%. Everyone would buy that one.
Not Pate.
No. Because he's stupid and he doesn't have racer helmet.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't know. What was I going to say? Something about Siege. You were talking about Siege, and then you mentioned Tachank, and I got distracted.
That we were talking about servers. The big thing.
Servers. Yeah.
Another big thing I'm glad they fixed is the one-step matchmaking. How you can continue on the menu without sitting on the screen.
Yeah, that's another great thing that they introduced. That could have been introduced in Season 2, but hey. It sucks. I wanted a new map for the Polish operators, but instead of getting a new map, we're getting the operators. So, I mean,
Yeah.
all we're missing out on is a map.
Still, new chick is still thick. On the Polish side. What are you looking at?
The new Elite smoke skin.
This
What
is
is it?
really bad. It's a naked dude filling his car up and he's wearing a gas mask.
That's literally it. There's
pretty
nothing
much
else
it.
to it.
You don't see his weedy. I wish we did. What?
Hell yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. It comes out next week.
Yep.
Jordan was looking at that.
Yeah, I was
Harrison
looking
mentioned
at it's a story about how the guy who plays Pennywise has actually caused the children on set to cry
Night terrors, too.
and have night terrors.
Sounds like Jared Leto. This movie is on track to having the biggest opening box office for any Stephen King movie ever.
I can see it.
That's what people are. That's what the professionals are projecting so far. Professionals.
I guess.
He,
I don't know.
the guy who's playing as It, Bill Skarsgård, he was
Pennywise.
quoted as saying, some of the kids got so terrified and started to cry in the middle of the take, he had to realize, holy fuck, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? This is awful. Like, that's how good his acting is, and I'm really excited to
I
see
saw
this.
the leak of the Georgie. You've seen it, right? The original.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember the? Okay, so you know who Georgie is, the kid
Yeah,
who has the
the
boat.
little kid, yeah.
That scene got leaked, and I decided to watch it. And
Wasn't the chest in the trailer though?
no, they showed the entire thing.
Oh, did they?
I don't like his way he was doing it. He wasn't sympathetic in any way, like able to lure the kid. It was like really dark. Like he had this facial expression, like he was looking down, really sinister like, and it
Have
wasn't
you-
like compelling at all. Like why would a kid reach down for that?
Obviously, we'll have to wait and see. I don't think we can judge a movie based on one leak clip.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's a classic scene. That's very like.
I mean,
symbolic.
have you recently watched the original It
Yeah,
movie?
It was very
It's-
hard to watch.
It's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
I
It was
love
a
it.
great. It's a good movie. It's a classic, but it is very hard to watch.
I was watching a YouTube video recently. It was top 10 facts you might not know about Pennywise. Apparently, he's a shape-shifting alien
Yeah.
from a different universe. I didn't know that.
And he chooses
But-
to be a fucking freaky clown.
He chooses to be a clown, and then in the TV series, when they see him in his true form as a spider, that's not actually his true form. It's apparently what we can comprehend because of what dimension he's from. You can't technically comprehend it, according to the book.
So he's what, like a creature from the fifth dimension?
Essentially, yeah.
Basically, the thing that people fear most, he becomes.
He's also referred to as consumption, or eater of worlds, I think was
That's
one of
pretty
them
cool.
as well.
It's
One
All I know
movie-
is also his nemesis is a giant tortoise,
Yeah.
oh
a space tortoise
One
from the
thing-
same dimension.
One thing
no.
I've been really meaning to watch is The Thing, but
Which
the
one?
remake. I've seen the original, and the original
The
is
remake
absolutely amazing.
Is
but
pretty
I
fucking
heard,
good.
But I heard the
really,
remake is really good, and I've been wanting to watch it.
It's really
not as good
good.
as the original.
It's not as
Really
good as the original.
The Thing is such a good
hey,
movie.
The ending though was really good to the new one. Like I really did like the way they did it. I'm
Is
not gonna
it
say anything.
okay? Don't say anything because I haven't seen it. But is it along the same lines as the original ending? How it's kind of ambiguous.
Sort of.
Okay.
But they do
do they actually
kinda
confirm?
closure.
Okay.
it
The
for sure. They do closure
yeah,
it.
yeah. A lot of the scenes that they in the remaster are just like you can look at the old movie and be like, man, these are really good scenes, and then you see them how they've redone them, and they're just
Do you
they're
mean for
fucking
the new
amazing.
movie, or do you mean like they
The-
updated the last
The
first?
No,
I'm
like
assuming
the what was it, 2000 whatever remake?
Okay, the remake.
Yeah.
Okay. You said remaster. So
I
was a
meant
little
I
confused.
meant remake.
Let's see.
It was good. It was a really good movie.
It's a
I want to look
fucking
at some of the
good
reviews
movie.
because it got very bad reviews.
Yes,
actually.
it did. I don't know why.
That's surprising.
Well, I mean, it's
Most remakes I feel get pretty bad reviews despite how good they are, which is why I am a little hesitant on it. But I do like Stephen King movies, and I have a feeling it'll do okay.
No, yeah. My favorite Stephen King movie is The Mist. greatest ending to any movie I've ever seen.
The Mist. Isn't that an M. Night Shyamalan movie?
No,
Which one? Am I thinking of a different one?
you are.
Might be The Fog.
Am I thinking of Fog?
No, The Mist is about these people stuck in a convenience store while a gigantic mist full of a bunch of like evil
that's
monsters
right.
show up.
Did you hear they're
Yeah, The Fog is M. Night
yeah,
Shyamalan.
yeah. Did you hear they're releasing a new Mist Spike original TV show?
Yeah, I heard about it. Spike is out of business. Are they?
I thought it was Spike.
I think Spike's out of business.
I don't
I think it might be sci-fi.
No, it's not sci-fi.
Yeah, there's it's kind of a split decision on people how they feel about the 2011 remake of The Thing, because it's a 6.2 on IMDb,
No, it's on
35%
Spike.
Really?
from Rotten Tomatoes, and then a 4.1 out of 5 on Amazon, and 75% of users, according to Google, have liked that movie.
Here's the thing,
So,
IMDb
I don't trust
is
Rotten
all
Tomatoes,
critics.
really.
Rotten Tomatoes is all user-based.
Yeah.
So it's all people who write their own reviews.
I
So I'd
usually-
say Rotten
Is it?
Tomatoes is the most trustworthy in terms of, like, maybe not trustworthy, most accurate in terms of
IMDb
reviews.
does give it a 9.2 out of 10. The new one.
Okay. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see.
And says Tim Curry, the original Pennywise, is
Yep.
fascinated by It's new Pennywise.
I feel like it's going to be different enough where it'll be a nice, fun movie to watch. Maybe not fun. It'll be a nice movie to watch. It won't be like watching the same movie, but it'll be, close enough to the original where we're not going to get pissed off about it.
Stephen King says he wasn't prepared. If he is in full praise for the new It movie.
And that's coming from Stephen King.
Yeah.
the Stephen King.
The real question is, do you think they're ever going to remake The Shining? Probably one of his most
No. Well, that was
famous
was
movies.
Stanley Kubrick, and that was it wasn't based off. It was based off the book, but it was
Loosely,
nothing
yeah.
like the book.
Yeah. Because I read about half of the book, and then I got bored because reading's stupid and for losers, but
Wow.
the movie was good. I liked the movie a lot, and if anything, I could definitely see him doing a remake of it. I really do.
Well, they said there's most likely going to be a sequel to It.
To It?
Yeah.
How could... Well...
So
Because I'm
It'll
thinking of the original ending. How they
he died.
defeated him. Yeah, how he died.
well, they came out with the TV show.
Yeah, but I haven't watched it.
I
So-
remember this scene.
Do you think the sequel to It is going to be like...
It too.
No,
It
it's
too?
them.
They?
They.
Do you think it's going to be like an adaptation of the TV show, or do you think they're just going to
It'll-
scratch the TV show altogether?
It'll be It, and then they'll have it. The sequel will be specifically based in the Midwest, and it'll be called Y'all.
No. No.
Or the South.
That too.
Alabama.
Yeehaw! Yee. I
Hi.
apologize.
My favorite artist is my sister.
Stop.
Yay.
All right. Oh, well, I think that's going to transition us nicely into our next segment where we review some things we've been playing, some things we've been watching, maybe.
Want to start off with
I'll-
the thing that
yeah.
made the biggest splash for the week? Death Note.
When you say splash, I think you mean flop.
Ooh, get fricked.
Well, I'm just saying splash because
Because it's garbage.
famous.
Because
Because
it
it
belly
flopped.
flopped
Yeah.
right in the fucking water.
Yep.
It wasn't bad,
No.
but
it-
that doesn't mean we're... Well, I guess that does mean we're the only ones who thought
I
it was
think-
good because everyone shit on it.
I didn't mind it, honestly. I think it made it seem like for sure it's going to get a sequel, which I feel was pushing it.
It's not gonna
because
get a sequel.
at least Mia or Misa isn't in it because she was just bad as a character. She
It
wasn't
was-
interesting at all.
I'm going to interrupt you for 1 second. I'm going to say for everything we're going to be talking about recently is more than likely going to be spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers for Death Note or what else we're going to review?
Defenders.
Defenders.
And for me, it's Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Okay, so if you don't want spoilers for that, and I'm going to review the new Uncharted DLC, so bear with me, Harrison. But if you don't want spoilers for any of that, I would recommend clicking off, because I think this is going to be the last segment of the podcast, right?
What?
This is going to be the last segment of the podcast.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to do a fun game.
Probably not, unless you can think of something.
Okay.
I can look up party games again and get one from the 50s called something like Chinese something or other.
Chinese checkers.
Let me look it up again.
All right.
Chinese
You can
checkers is
continue.
fun.
You can continue with what you're saying, though.
So we're going to do with Death Note. Mia, what was I? Mia is an annoying character. I did not enjoy her part.
That was the most disappointing part for me.
Another thing is, in the TV show, Light was so smart. He was intelligent about everything. And he didn't give himself away, which he did give himself away. He gave away Mia when he was held at gunpoint by L down the alley. He just gave up Mia and told him where a piece of the Death Note was.
And, I mean, he also straight up told him in the cafe.
Yeah, he never denied it.
No, he straight up said, like, at first he denied it, and he's like,
No.
well, I am Kira.
I watched it again. He never denied it.
He never denied it.
Another thing is he wasn't L from the TV show until the end.
Yeah,
he was just some whiny kid.
I think, for me, the worst part of it all, well, first I'm going to say the best part, probably Willem Dafoe's Ryuk was by far the best part of the show, and I think he nailed it voice-wise.
You should see
I
people
saw some
who wrote
funny
about the show.
pictures of him and his mocap stuff, and I think he did a really good job capturing the character. But the worst part by far was Mia and their representation of Misa Misa, because my favorite part of the original show was Misa Misa. She was the best character in my opinion, and they fucking ruined her.
They did.
They really did.
She wasn't sympathetic. Everyone hated her. Oh my! I was watching
She's a
it.
bitch.
Did you see Watery's ass in the new one? He was thick.
Oh, he was super thick.
Jordan thick.
Yeah, that's true.
No, Leo.
I saw. Was it? What was it? Was it Watch Mojo that was talking about top 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw that. Why is Watari so thick?
I wanted to see other people's opinions on it, and
Right? He's looking at Willem Dafoe and mocap.
everybody will universally or unanimously agree William Dafoe was the best part of that movie.
Oh, by far. I love Willem Dafoe.
But one thing I didn't like is I guess they kind of did it because Ryuk does whatever he wants, but they made him seem like he's pushing the story, but really it was Mia or Misa.
Are you talking about from the original TV show or the new one?
the movie?
The movie, he was pushing it?
Yeah, you noticed Ryuk they kind of made Ryuk seem like more of an antagonist than a
I just
someone
thought
who's
he
just
was kind
there.
of sitting in the background. He wasn't, let's say, not to say he was helpful in the original anime, but I think in the movie he was even less helpful. He was just there. He didn't help out at all. He
was
just
more of an
was
antagonist.
there.
They made us believe he was the villain for
He
a
wasn't
while.
the
Like
villain.
you remember before?
Oh, in the
Mia
beginning, I suppose they did try to make it up like, I'm going to write your name in the book.
Yeah, and no one's ever gotten past 2 names. You can't kill a death god. They also rewrote a ton of the rules.
Yeah.
In the original, it wasn't 48 hours. It was 6 minutes and 40 seconds.
And I will give them
Control the song.
some credit for where credit is due. It is hard to adapt 40 episode series into a hour-and-a-half movie.
I think it was about 40, yeah.
I think so.
37, I think
Okay.
it was.
It is hard to adapt that much into an hour-and-a-half movie, so I will give them credit. I think the movie is passable at best. I don't think it's a masterpiece by any means, but I don't think it was as bad as critics are making it out to be.
I'd give it a solid 6. out of 10.
I'd give it a 5 out of 10.
I'd say 6, and 5 of those are coming from William Dafoe, and 1 is for originality.
One's
for originality.
They did have some very original ideas. The ending was good. I liked how they left it an ambiguous ending. So, spoiler alert to anybody who hasn't clicked off yet.
Oh, one more thing. The L was awful.
The L was bad.
He was awful.
It was
He was elful? Ooh.
back to the ending though. It was I like the ending a lot. It was very ambiguous. It ends with Elle finding a piece of the Death Note that was put in Mia's calculus book, and he finds it, and he's pissed at Light for killing Watari, and now he's like, shit, I need to get some revenge on this dude. So you see him at the end looking at the picture of Light, because you need to be able to picture their face when you write their name, and he has a pen in his hand. You don't see if he writes his name or not, but it's kind of assumed he does.
No, he doesn't.
I think he does.
No, they confirmed he didn't do it.
He didn't do it?
No, he said, the director said Elle found a different way to beat him.
Okay. Well, then that kind of takes a lot from the ending that I liked. Just kidding. But I do like how... What are you laughing at?
It took everything I liked from
I
the
said
ending
it took
away.
a lot from what I liked about the ending, but whatever.
Never mind.
And then I like how his dad pieced it all together at the end, too, and figured out that Light was Kira. Pretty cool.
It was pretty obvious. He was one of the two people on top of the Ferris wheel
Yeah.
arguing.
But, well, I mean, not really, because people continued to die after he fell off, which proves that he wasn't him. And then the dad comes in, he's like, it was you, and I know because you killed the first person to die was the dude who killed your mom.
Yeah. I didn't like how gory it was.
No?
Honestly. It, like we said,
I pointed it out right away. I was
Yeah.
like, this is a Final Destination movie when he died.
essentially, the first person who dies in the movie by the Death Note is just some kid bullying someone, and a couple kids lose a basketball in the middle of the street, and a car just comes flying in, and it crashes, but the ladder on top of it goes up and slices through the front of his head, and all you see is the big just mush.
Yeah. Ew. I mean,
So-
sometimes they went overboard. Like
so
that
it's-
scene, they went overboard. But I don't think gore was a bad thing. I think, I mean, made it feel more adult. If they tried to censor it, like, a lot, I think that would have made it worse.
I think that's
My opinion. I mean, this is all our opinions. But
okay.
as a whole, I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
6.
Jordan, you haven't talked much about it, but rating for Death Note, the movie?
5. I have yet to watch the actual show, let alone the movie.
Fair
so
enough.
I'll
He
give
do- he
it. I'll
doesn't
give it.
understand.
I'll give it an average 5.
Okay, then tell us this. From someone who hasn't seen the anime, what would you rate the movie?
He never watched the movie, did you?
I didn't watch the movie that
I
night.
thought you were watching it with us.
No, he left to go.
Oh, that's right.
to
left.
his friend's house.
Okay, just kidding.
But from what I've heard, I'd give it about a 4.
Okay, just kidding.
But William
Watch it
Dafoe.
sometime. And let us know what you think.
Okay.
William Dafoe.
That's
Willem
that's the only
Dafoe.
that's the only redeeming factor.
Those are your 4
If it was
points.
if it was a movie comprised entirely of Willem Dafoe, it would be a 10.
Yeah, there you
but it's not,
Here,
so
let
it's
me-
at 4.
Let me play some Willem Dafoe.
Make sure it's not so loud.
All right,
so it doesn't water you.
Ryuk.
If you're gonna play any Willem Dafoe, it has to be the Green Goblin.
He's
No,
literally the Green Goblin.
It's literally his
That's the
voice.
best part
Yeah. Good.
in the movie.
Good.
Let's see. You can't hear it, but we can.
Well, I don't want them to just hear awkward silence.
I know. But Jordan, you get the picture. He straight up does his Green Goblin voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Put a name down.
They cast it perfectly, I will say that much.
Okay. Well, I did have on here for like reviews. One of them was Lane's Dream, but
He's not going to be here with us tonight. Lane, be sure to remember that dream, especially because it involves me and my lady friend, and I'm very eager to hear what that entails.
I still love his.
We'll get another microphone soon.
I still love his.
let him tell it before we
that
spoil.
dream.
Okay.
That he told us. Is
The
Yes.
detective
beautiful.
We'll just say it's the detective dream.
Yes.
I'll order another mic here, and we might be able to get him on next Friday. So Lane, if you're watching, comment down below if that interests you. It probably would.
Please.
Oh well. Next review, I think I'm going to talk about something I've been playing. Will you... Did you take that call?
Nope.
Okay. Fair enough. I think the next review I'm going to talk about is Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Harrison is...
I'm going to stay quiet.
He is going to stay... You can stay quiet until I finish my review, and then you can hit me with your opinions, all right?
I didn't play it.
I know, I'm
So I
talking
can't really
about
have an opinion.
your opinions about Uncharted. Because you were vocal about it when I was trying to enjoy the game yesterday, and you're standing there in my doorway saying,
That's because you're a
And I
whore for
quote,
Naughty Dog.
I am a whore for Naughty Dog because I believe they have the best storytelling in the business. By far. 100%. So, Uncharted Lost Legacy is a DLC for Uncharted 4. Technically a DLC, but it is actually a standalone package. So I probably got 8 hours
Is that the
of
one with the
gameplay out of it.
two?
Two chicks, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I definitely saw that and totally thought it was because I knew it was Uncharted.
Yeah.
But I saw like the main female character you play as and thought it was Lara Croft. I won't lie.
Harrison,
She also sounded like her too.
I will wait until Harrison brings this up.
At least in the trailer, it did.
You play as Chloe Fraser, who is one of the side characters in Uncharted 2, one of the fan favorites, and they bring her back and you play as her and you get to see where she's been after all these years. And they bring back one of the villains from Uncharted 4 and they team them up, and it's a pretty interesting dynamic. For a game I spent $40 on, I got about 8 to 9, maybe 10 hours of play time, and I didn't even bother going for a lot of the side stuff. I just kind of went right through because I wanted to see how the story would resolve itself. And I really, really liked it a lot. I'd give it a 8 out of 10, I think. And it really kind of made me excited more for Last of Us 2, I think. Especially because Naughty Dog is taking a really interesting approach. They're making it so it's not as linear, where all their older games have been all linear. In this game, you're able to choose which path you want to go to, and you could choose which order you do the steps in.
That's kind of nice.
So it's cool, and I'd like to see how they incorporate that into Last of Us 2.
Would you still consider this DLC as the entire Uncharted series is referred to as cutscene the game?
No, no. Uncharted 4 has done a really, really cool thing with how they do cutscenes.
Okay.
It's honestly, I've never seen it in any game before. The way they do it, their cutscenes are built real time with the graphics. So the cutscenes and the gameplay literally blend seamlessly. And it's something
Isn't it a third-person game, though?
It is. It's something you have to experience for yourself, and it truly is amazing because it really immerses you in the story. Harrison, you wouldn't understand. It's so cool.
What do you mean?
I'll show you.
Because if it's anything like Black Ops 3, is it kind of like they still have the character models moving?
No, I'll show you.
I'm more of a Tomb Raider fan.
Scrub.
Well, I like Tomb Raider, and it's awesome.
Grub.
When, do you ever play
Tomb Raider is great.
Yes.
I'll give him that.
Love Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider was a good game. All of them are.
I can't find any. Whoops, I can't find any clips of it right now. But the way Uncharted does it is how a typical cutscene is, but the gameplay blends into the cutscene. So let's say someone trips, that tripping animation will start the cutscene, and the cutscene will go from there. And then the cutscene, when it finishes up, will center it back around to your point of view, so you see no black screen or loading screens.
So,
all the rendering is done in the cutscene.
So all of their cutscenes are like
Assassin's Creed?
All their cutscenes.
All their cutscenes are like action trigger based.
Yes.
Okay.
So you get
That's
all
that's
the
a smart
cutscene
way to do
action, but you're never in a loading screen. It's
Yeah.
really cool. The last game that did have loading screens was The Last of Us. So Harrison, you played that. You know how many loading screens there were between like the cutscenes in the game, right?
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
remember
talking about?
When you're going to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Now
one.
imagine that, but with absolutely no black screens.
So there's no cutscenes whatsoever.
There are cutscenes, but it's
not
rendered in
cutscenes.
game.
So there's no loading screens.
The loading screens are between segments. So let's say you do this whole area in the jungle, and then the next scene you go to like
The mountains or something.
a mountain. Yeah, that's when they have to reload the new setting. But all the cutscenes, they're no loading. It's really unique. It's something you gotta experience. I'll
Well,
say.
Assassin's Creed kind of did something similar to it.
Which Assassin's Creed?
Syndicate.
I don't remember. I mean,
They didn't
probably.
do it action oriented. You had to press B to trigger.
Oh,
but
yeah,
when you
yeah.
run out of the cutscene, it just continues.
yeah,
Where
it's like that. So you kind of know what it's like.
Yeah, I know. It's like I like it better when they do that because it seems like the cutscene's actually acting
Exactly.
with the gameplay.
So that's
So
what,
I know where you come from.
That's
for
what
that.
Naughty Dog's been doing with a lot of their games, and it's really cool to see. Harrison brought up an interesting point yesterday. He said Uncharted is copying Tomb Raider.
I didn't say copying. I mean, like, they're pushing off of it. Because Tomb Raider, first game... Well, okay, we were talking about Uncharted 4, how you said it was
Yeah.
open world, right? It's kind of like how
It's
the
not
new
open
Tomb
world, it's
Raider
more
was.
or less linear.
The original Tomb Raiders were all linear as well,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like they're going for more of an Indiana Jones way of it.
Are you talking about like Uncharted 1 through 3?
Yeah,
Yeah, Uncharted 1 through 3 was more or less like
they're
kind of Indiana Jones-esque, which is good because I love those
but
movies.
Tomb Raider it's more of Tomb Raider than you think,
Mhm.
but I'll give you that. The story I've heard is really good, but it probably beats the original Tomb Raider story because I didn't really pay attention. I just,
I tell you what, you can borrow my PlayStation. Just try out.
I've played them.
Just skip 1. You haven't played 2 or 3. 1 is the worst by far. 2 and 3 and 4 is Uncharted. The first one is just kind of there. You got to remember that game's like 10 years old as well, so whatever.
But the original not the original. The Tomb Raider Definitive Edition obviously came out before Uncharted 4, correct?
Ooh, are you talking about
2013.
the reboot?
Yeah.
2013 reboot?
Definitive Edition.
I
2013.
Probably, but what
Uncharted 4 came out last year.
Uncharted
talking about.
4. Yeah, no, I'm saying probably did, but Uncharted 4 and Tomb Raider are not similar in terms of gameplay.
No, I'm talking about you're talking about the open world aspect. How now the game's open world. This
Oh,
new
it's
DLC.
not. It's not open world.
I thought you said yesterday.
I
it was
said
open world.
it's more open world. It's kind of transitioning into open world. It's still kind of linear, but there are a lot of different paths you can take to get to the same objective.
It's
So it's
it's
kind of
both
like,
linear,
let's say
but
you go
also
from point.
like choose your own at the same time.
Yeah, so let's say
So-
you go from point A to B.
I know what you're trying to say.
There are like
I
4 or
thought-
5 paths.
No, I just misrepresented it. I thought you were talking about like the entire game is open world. Like you can
No.
backtrack. So there's no backtrack.
It's not like Tomb Raider where you can like
That's what I
fast
thought you
travel
were talking
between
about.
campsites. Because that is a really cool. That is cool, and I like that because then you can go back and you can find all the tombs you missed earlier with the new gear you got that you can get into it, right?
That's what I thought you were talking about.
No,
So that's
no.
why I was making the comparison between
No.
Definitive.
I will say Tomb Raider is a great game, and they're making a third one, right? In the reboot.
Yes,
I think
the
Square
ending of
Enix.
Tomb Raider, but the movie.
Oh, are we talking about Angelina Jolie?
I'll tell you this: between the new Tomb Raider and the old Tomb Raider, I like the new Tomb Raider's look way more. She just looks more
Are you talking about the movie
real.
or the game?
movie and game.
Okay.
I like the new girl they casted as the new Tomb Raider.
Yeah, and if you're unfamiliar, they are making a
It's coming out in
new
March.
Tomb Raider
movie.
is?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're making a brand new Tomb Raider movie, and I can't remember who they cast, but they released pictures of her on set in costume, and she looks like Laura Croft, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
They're taking a lot of inspiration
Al-
from the 2013 reboot game, and I think that's really
Alicia-
cool.
Elisa Vidkander?
Elisa, oh yeah. Elisa Vikander?
I know that guy. They're one of the other people in the movies from
Alicia Vikander.
Oh yeah.
Justice.
Look
Justified.
up, put Laura Croft afterwards, and you can see what she looks like
Yeah.
in her costume.
Yeah. She looks just like the.
I wonder who's the big tubby guy with the afro in the first game and second game. I can't remember his name, but I was hoping he'd die so much.
Jonah.
Jonah. Oh my God, Jonah. He was a good character. I liked him, but in the second game he should have died, and they brought him back by bullshit means, and I was very disappointed with that. I was like, I hope he just fucking dies.
Oh, it was better than having the lesbian chick.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. The second game kind of got a little outlandish when it came to like supernatural, holy grail
Well,
type
that's
shit.
how the original Tomb
I know.
Raiders were. But
I know, but the first one was all about cannibalistic cult island, creepy Japanese island stuff, and that one had a really cool vibe. I like that a lot.
that game got a 10 out of 10 on Steam in a night.
It was-
9 out of 10 for every other.
It was a really, really good game. Square Enix did a great job. Well, that's my review of. Well, we kind of went off track, but that's my review of Uncharted. I'm excited to see what they take from Uncharted 4 and The Lost Legacy and bring into The Last of Us Part 2. Hopefully, we'll be getting gameplay, probably PlayStation experience this December. Either that or E3 next year is when I think we're going to get first gameplay demo of Last of Us Part 2.
Jordan,
We'll have to wait and see.
do you have anything?
No.
Okay.
No, he hasn't played PlayStation stuff. So.
No.
I just finished Assassin's Creed Syndicate, the main story, and Jack the Ripper, 100% in it, and I loved it. Every second of it. It was very enjoyable.
Now, I will say I have played most of Syndicate, and I want to play Jack the Ripper, so try and refrain from spoilers when it comes to that kind of ending stuff. But for the most part, I think you got free reins when it comes to your review.
So Syndicate, I love the way they did the transversal system. Like, the parkour was perfect. Except, there's always that one time when you try to jump onto a ledge, and of course you jump onto the wrong one. But that's just given for every Assassin's Creed game. The grapple rope, or whatever it was called, was a great addition, and I wish they had that in Unity, because climbing up the Big Ben would be just a fucking pain if you didn't have that.
Oh, yeah, it would.
Same with all the other things, like Buckingham Palace, the Tower of London, and the Bank of London, like all those things. Like, if you were to climb those, that would be awful. It would be awful. But that thing literally made the gameplay way better. It was just like Unity, but it improved on so many little tweaks. It was a great. I loved it. The story was pretty good, but it was kind of, the ending was awful. Just Syndicate. It was terrible.
Without too much, I mean,
It
Assassin's
ended
Creed
really
has its
cheesy.
fair share of bad eggs, but I think what you said, I have played about probably 3/4, maybe 2/3 of Syndicate, and I will agree that the new parkour system is so much better. They basically took what they were trying to do with Unity that kind of screwed up because of how buggy it was, and they perfected it, and I really like that.
Yeah. The ending was very bad, though, so that's where my biggest con for.
So, including the ending, what would you say you'd rate the game out of 10?
I'd say 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10, including the ending?
Including the endings would bumps
Took a
it down.
point. What took a point away?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The story, both the characters, all the characters in the thing were so enjoyable. All the side quests were very enjoyable. And the way you take down London by each borough and each specific district in that borough is great. It's like you're actually dismantling a gang. It was really good.
I thought, from what I've played, the gang system was kind of stupid.
It gets better. Like, it
Because
really
right
does.
away it was kind of like there wasn't really anything special. It just kind of felt there. Like, I gotta upgrade my gang so I could take out this rival gang in a district that I've tried to overtake.
Well, that's the thing. The story for Syndicate is overthrowing the Blighters. Well,
Which-
not just the Blighters, but the
I'm
Templar
assuming the
leading
Blighters
the Blighters.
are the Templars, right? The red gang
no,
is.
they're not the Templars. They're just the gang of the Templars.
Being-
They're not Templars in the same aspect. Do you remember in Assassin's Creed 2 and
Yeah.
all those games? It's like the guards in that
Okay.
aren't really them.
So you're saying, so it's kind of like the gang is being led by Templars, but
Yes.
they're not Templars. Okay. So you're trying to get to the Templars leading the gang that's called the Blood. Okay, that makes more sense.
yeah,
That's
but
kind of cool.
9 out of 10 for Syndicate, but Jack the Ripper DLC, 10 out of 10 easily. Fantastic story. It's got the same gameplay as the original, but it has a little twist
Okay.
to it. It based off a system called Fear.
Oh, that sounds cool.
It is really cool, and it actually ties into the story of why this is it, because they trained in India, where it was. I won't say too much. The ending was good. The boss fight was good, not great, but I'd still give it a 10 out of 10 because Jack the Ripper, literally, it was so accurate. Like they have each specific death that Jack the Ripper caused, and the way you take down. Because I guess one part I had a problem with is that Jack had a gang. They just formed it. Really, that he had a gang.
Is it a gang or like a cult or?
It's a cult.
Okay.
Essentially.
I mean, that makes more sense.
It's the Rooks,
Really?
because Jack the Ripper was an assassin.
Yeah. Wait. What?
He was an assassin. They'll explain it.
Okay.
But he's got assassin
Don't
training.
say too much because I want to
He's got
experience.
assassin
it too.
training.
Okay. That's kind of cool then.
And the beginning of the game starts off so eerie. You start
Jack the Ripper is Ardo confirmed.
You play as Jack the Ripper 3 times, but each of those times you feel like you can do like not anything, but you can kill anyone you want. You can kill civilians.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but
That is a really cool twist.
Classic Ubisoft. They throw out like, we don't kill civilians. Like what Jack the Ripper was like. Jack didn't kill civilians because it would corrupt his plan.
And if I remember correctly, Jack had he killed mostly prostitutes, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought. So did they kind of explained why? I'll take that as a yes.
It's kind of cheesy.
Okay.
The way they
I don't want to
explain
hear
it.
about it.
The reason why he targeted these specific prostitutes, like, kiss my ass.
He targeted prostitutes because he's a sadistic fuck.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
He is sadistic, but that's not the full reason why.
He's a horn dog.
Yeah.
But no, I give the Jack the Ripper DLC 10 out of 10 because the beginning to end, I enjoyed fully.
Okay, so Assassin's Creed Syndicate and Jack the Ripper as a whole, where would you put it in terms of
9 out of 10.
I mean, Assassin's Creed. Like, what's better than that?
I'd say the
Assassin's
only
Creed
4
game.
games that beat it, or maybe 3 games actually. I'd say I enjoyed this one more than 1 because 1 is just kind of plain.
One is super dated. I tried going back and playing, and it's hard. It's hard.
But Black
2
Flag,
is a lot
Kind of
easier.
hard too.
Yeah.
Black Flag 2, and Brotherhood are the only ones that beat it. It definitely beats 3, Unity, Rogue, and what's the other one? Revelations.
Yeah.
Definitely beats
I
those.
love 3, but 3 is hit and miss for most people.
I like.
But we're not going to get into that. Any other reviews you got, Harrison?
Well, we have the Defenders.
Oh, the Defenders. That's right.
That'll probably be my last one.
First, before we get into that, Jordan, do you have anything you want to review that you've been working on? No?
I really
What have
haven't.
you been doing?
Let's see. This past week,
Games you've been playing? Any new games? Any new TV shows?
Not
Any
anything
movies?
new. Well, I guess you can technically count Ark as new because it just got released. But
How is
Okay,
it?
so tell us then, yeah.
Before you go, what has it improved on in terms of the game preview? And what do you think is, what's good about the game?
in terms of what they've improved upon, literally
Nothing.
everything.
Oh,
They have
sorry.
the processing power is way better for the game because they went through they redid their development where they actually went through an unused part of the Xbox to make it look better and run easier.
Okay.
They for like a dedicated, or not dedicated, but non-dedicated servers, they have the host player where that has a tether range, which is annoying, but you can't really not have that when the maps are massive like that. It started at like 150 meters, which is just shit, and now they have it at almost 500 meters. So they've expanded it quite a bit.
It's Minecraft.
Almost. Except better.
Sorry to interrupt, but
Oh, you're fine.
I just want to say I'm actually really excited for the 4K Minecraft update.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Actually, like not
Oh,
maybe
no, I'm
not
serious.
maybe the 4K
Forecast.
4K, but the new lighting system they're going to be
Yeah,
putting in
yeah.
for Minecraft.
I'm really excited for the cross-platform.
That'll be cool. I
Um,
mean,
but,
it's
anyways,
still Minecraft,
Is
so
it just
nobody really
PC
cares.
and
but
Xbox that are being cross-platformed?
PlayStation right
it's-
now is not doing crossplay, but Nintendo Switch is.
For Minecraft, it's
And mobile.
It's PC, Xbox, mobile, and Switch,
Yeah.
Oh,
which is nice.
But PlayStation is not because they feel like crossplay
They're a bunch of
is a
scumbags.
waste of time.
I just remembered. I did see something. Samsung and Xbox just partnered up for the next
Yeah.
4K.
Yeah.
For 4K TVs and
Nice.
gaming experiences.
So I feel like they're gonna have a built-in Xbox app or something like that, or some kind of 4K built for Scorpio type stuff. But
Yeah.
we'll see. Anyway,
Um,
back to your review. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine. The few thing, or there are a few things I didn't really like about the game when they were updating in the game preview. One was the $20 DLC
Yeah.
that they added in before the game was even finished.
Yeah, that was
I bought it. I've played it. It's wonderful, but
still.
it's fucking stupid.
So I'm not familiar with how these like pre-release works. When the full version comes out, do you get a discount, or can you still play the older version, or is that just like scrapped completely?
From what I understand, because it just came out of the game preview,
yeah,
I still own it, so I don't have to pay anymore.
We happy.
So whatever I've paid,
so you're
at least from Studio Wildcard, whatever I've paid is what I own it.
okay. So if Harrison bought We Happy Few on game preview, so if that's the case, then when the full game comes out, I think it's November or something like that, October.
I don't know if that will depend on Microsoft or the developer.
I guess
whether
it's
they
game
want.
to game specific, so
Yeah.
we'll have to wait and see.
You assume.
I'd assume as much, yeah.
The
Yeah,
release date.
eventually, I mean, the game started extremely bare bones with like 20 dinosaurs maybe in the entire game, and now they have like probably, I think, like almost 200 plus.
Yeah. And I think the good thing about game preview is it gives the developers a chance to work with the servers so they can see how they can develop it.
They have improved their servers a lot from when they started.
So it's basically just an unlimited running beta.
Yeah.
That's essentially what
yep.
game preview is for
And
people
then,
who don't know.
There were times where I was annoyed where they had like, I think it was about a year ago, they implemented the first overhaul mod.
Yeah.
That like one single guy had done. That was Primitive Plus is what it's called, where it's so there are tiers of like technology that you can get to in that game, where you start off literally from like the Stone Age and you can get to like now it's like space age technology where you've got like lasers and like Iron Man suits and shit.
Okay.
They're really, really hard to get, but they, in that overhaul mod, they completely cut it down so it literally stops at like flintlock pistols. That's as far as you go.
Okay.
And it's amazing in concept, but there are so many things that they still haven't improved upon in there, like things that are buggy or things that don't work. I mean, that's expected from a game that's been in preview for like 3 years now, but it has come definitely a long way from where it started. So, is that your phone?
Are you kidding me, Harrison?
All the way over there.
We're gonna get
all the
copyright
way,
striked.
all the way in the. I'm
We're gonna get copyright strike because Chop Suey is playing.
I'm talking over it so they can't hear Chop Suey. But yeah.
We'll wait for you, buddy.
The game definitely is like, I don't even know how to describe how far it's come. If you were to look at the game like the first day it came out on game preview on Xbox compared to where it is now, they don't even seem like the same game.
I wouldn't doubt it. Ark is something I'd like to try eventually, but
I definitely recommend it.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I mean,
I'm also
what
happy
is it,
$35,
$30, something like that?
$35. They just released a season pass as well.
A season pass.
The season pass is fucking expensive. It's like $50 or $40.
Well, I guess now it
But,
makes sense
I mean,
they can release a season pass.
They have Scorched Earth out right now, which is the one paid DLC.
Yeah.
The release date, which I believe was the 29th, they released a free map. And then I think it's a week from now, they have another DLC that they're releasing. Another full-fledged like DLC map and everything. I don't know how much that'll be, probably like $20-$30, but
too much.
I'm really impressed with how far they've come and what they've done.
Hey, come on in, buddy. We got our first live guest on the podcast.
Got a nerd named Brian in here.
I mean, he's an hour early.
I thought he said 9.
Brian's
Whatever.
in the
Do
building.
we have another chair?
No, we don't. Not at all.
Let's see.
Here, Brian, let me take a squat here on this chair.
That works too. Brian, you can just lean in if you want to talk.
Hi, I'm Brian.
You can't hear yourself. 'Cause
You can't
don't
hear
have
yourself,
headphones,
but
whatever. It
it's
doesn't
fine.
matter. It doesn't matter.
You sound good, so you're fine.
Does he?
You sound good.
Thank you.
So did you guys just finish up talking about game preview?
He was talking about Ark.
Not game
Yes.
preview.
I don't know. Did you hit every point you want to talk about?
Oh,
No,
by the way,
I've covered everything I want to.
Okay. How about this? Arc as a whole now with the DLC and Season Pass, what would you rate it out of 10 right now?
7.5.
Okay, fair enough. Very honest rating.
But We Happy Few releases April 13th, 2018.
Okay, not
I
bad.
heard that game's a lot of work.
It is.
Like,
But
isn't
it's-
that why your friend Aaron stopped?
Oh, him? Arc? Oh.
Yeah, isn't that why your friend Aaron stopped playing Ark? Because, like, basically he had to, like, run their entire
Let's be real.
community.
Let's be real. He still plays it. I have no
No.
doubt.
He doesn't.
Appearing offline even.
No, he said he stopped playing it because it just became too much work. It was like it was a job
Yeah.
for him.
I mean, that's how a lot of MMOs kind of feel.
Yeah. Aaron, we love you, and we miss you.
Now, Brian,
We
the
wish
next
you'd come on Xbox
review
every
I'm going to be
once in a while.
doing is The Defenders. So if you want to earmuff it, on the.
I don't care. I'm not sure if I'm even gonna watch it.
No.
Because I'd have to watch Iron Fist first.
Well,
And I watched the
that's-
first episode, and I was like,
It's cringy.
I was
dude.
iffy on the series. I might watch it, but I don't care if it's spoiled.
Okay.
It's super cringy. Iron
So-
Fist is bad.
Leo and I finished The Defenders about a week or two ago.
Probably 2 weeks. Well, no, a week because it came out the 23rd.
1 week.
1
2
week.
weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Is it 1 or 2 weeks
Good,
ago?
I don't
we have to
fucking know. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Is it gonna change anything about the review?
Probably.
Probably not.
not. I doubt it.
Maybe. I don't know.
But Defenders started off awful, in my opinion. It was boring. And the first episode was focused on Iron Fist. For the most part. There was Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil. Okay. By the way, spoiler warning. For the rest of this, we're gonna kind of be spoiling it. But
So fucking leave.
But most of the show, I'd say, is Daredevil based until the up until the fourth episode. It's like all of them mixed together, but it's not. It's mainly Daredevil because Elektra is reborn. Stick is in the show, and it's just more Daredevil-esque.
I would say, for the most part, it was a lot Iron Fist, and then the end, I feel, was all about Daredevil. The end. Because the ending, I think, the ending set up Season 3 of Daredevil pretty well, I thought. That kind of pissed Harrison off, I imagine.
Oh yeah, it really.
But then
did.
Jessica Jones and Luke Cage were just kind of there. They didn't have a really big part, but they were part of the team.
Well, the ending. Okay, so it ends with Elektra and Daredevil kissing in a building that's gonna fall on them because they were fighting, but
Because
then
love.
Elektra, yeah, they were in love, but Elektra just started remembering how much she was in love with Daredevil, and they both die. But all the other Defenders get out okay, and what happens is Daredevil survives a fucking building falling on him.
Is that canon?
Yes.
Is it
no,
really?
it's not.
I mean, yeah, I don't
But
know.
what they did to revive him is canon. It's not the way he's still alive, but I wish he died because Daredevil is the best character, and a way to do character, building up a character to make him even more of a legend would be
Is by
him off.
killing him.
It really is.
And Harrison and I were arguing about this when we were watching that last episode. Harrison said, he's dead. And I said, no, he ain't dead. Watch. And then
Yeah.
sure enough, he wasn't dead.
Disappointing.
The
But
end-
is Elektra alive?
Elektra probably is alive.
Yeah,
Let's be
as
real.
much as I hate it. But
Yeah.
the way they ended it is Daredevil woke up in a church with a bunch of nuns surrounding him, and one of the nuns is named Maggie. Maggie is Daredevil's mother's name.
Well, Matt Murdock's mother's name.
No, Matt Murdock. Excuse me, still Daredevil's, but yeah, I'd say Luke Cage was made into a bitch in the Defenders.
He was kind of a cunt.
He wasn't that cunt. He was a bitch.
He was a cunt, dude.
Like he something with Iron Fist that just pisses me off is in the first episode, or was it the second one? He's this trained warrior that can beat 12 people up at once.
Are you
but when
talking about in the Iron
Fist?
Fist?
Yes, this is
Okay.
Iron Fist. But a security guard who's just trying to burn a videotape almost beats him.
Yeah, pretty
But-
much. And then in Defenders, he kicks like 20 people's ass at once, which doesn't make any sense. But whatever.
There was too much of Iron Fist.
I
in
think
Defenders.
I think one thing that kind of could have made Defenders better is if they didn't put, as much as I hate to say it, that big of a focus on Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
Because they built her up to be this badass villain that everyone's going to love, and then they killed her off halfway through the show. 8 episodes in the show, which for a TV show is really short. They should have done more.
Step in here. They
Go
did
ahead.
that to Cottonmouth too.
Exactly.
That was good though. the way they did it.
Well,
Yeah,
They built
that
him
was. I was like in shock when that happened.
Well,
I
they
was like,
built
oh.
him up, and
dang.
then they introduced
Diamondback, an even
Diamondback, yeah.
bigger bad
And
guy.
Diamondback also made Luke Cage kind of look like his bitch.
Well,
Because
to be
he's his
fair,
older brother.
Diamondback is trained, and he has a fucking power suit
Yeah.
that can actually handle
And he has
Luke
those
Cage.
bullets. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
I'd be scared shitless of Diamondback.
Yeah. But
no
the
kidding.
thing is that makes Diamondback so much better is because he just is a threatening guy. Sigourney Weaver did nothing.
She's just a woman who's dying of probably cancer. They didn't say, but we assumed it was cancer. And then Elektra fucking kills her.
What's the point of the earthquake in the beginning of the show?
There wasn't.
There wasn't a point.
No.
There was an earthquake, and that's it. They don't explain anything.
I think kind of summarizing it all, Defenders was a really, really jumbled show that I think was overhyped. But as a whole, it was still okay. I'd give it a pass.
Best part about the show, though, that hallway fight.
The hallway fight was really cool.
It was great.
And
Jessica
Daredevil. And Daredevil.
And Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones and Daredevil was probably the best part of the show. I
Jessica
love
Jones
Jessica Jones.
was hilarious throughout the entire show.
So as a whole, I'd give it a pass. Is it better than Jessica Jones or Luke Cage or Daredevil? No. Is it better than Iron Fist? Yeah, probably. I'd say it's better than Iron Fist.
I'd say honestly a 5 out of 10.
I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Mostly because as a whole, it was really jumbled, but there were a lot of redeeming moments.
Yeah, but really, yeah, okay, I could see it now.
So 6 out of 10.
It
I
was
think
pretty
we agree on.
mediocre.
It was mediocre. And hopefully season 3 of Daredevil is better, and season 2 of Luke Cage is better, and season 2 of Jessica Jones is better, and season 2 of Iron Fist is better, and season
Wow.
2 of The Defenders is better,
Season 1 of
and
Punisher.
hopefully they have a Moon Knight,
You know,
and season 1 of Punisher is better.
maybe the reason that they made like Luke Cage kick ass into Defenders and spent a lot of time on him was because they were probably trying to redeem him after
He
the first
wasn't
season
in the
of the show.
He was barely in The Defenders.
Oh, I thought
though.
you said it was mostly.
No, he was a
I thought you
pussy
said
in the
a lot of
show.
it was on it.
He didn't do anything.
Oh, well, never mind. Maybe they just don't like.
Oh
He
my
got his
God.
ass
In
handed
the middle
to
of
him
it,
by Iron
they
Fist.
They just
drop
want
a
him to be
white-
hated by everybody.
They drop a white privilege.
Yeah, they did.
They do.
Nice.
They do.
Yeah.
For the second episode, too.
That microaggresses me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should.
In the
It
middle
really
of
should.
in the middle of a confrontation between Iron Fist and Luke Cage, he just drops, "Man, you and your white privilege, you could go around beating a bunch of black guys."
No, he's like, man, you got billions of dollars, and I'm over here living in Harlem.
Okay,
They had to
Quality.
do that dichotomy. Of
we're
course, they
we're
did.
gonna start ranting about stuff, so I think that's where we should stop talking about the Defenders.
I think we covered everything we wanted to. Let's be real.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Thanks to everybody for joining us on this podcast.
Especially Brian.
It was
Especially
an
Brian.
honor.
I was getting around to that, but now you interrupted me. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/The Gwease Brothers, and you can find us on iTunes. Just look up the Gwease Bros Podcast. And I'd like to thank Brian for interrupting our podcast and becoming our first unofficial guest on the podcast, even though we didn't have a microphone for him.
Technically, it was Lane because it was over phone
I'm
conversation.
talking about in person.
in
yes.
person. Yes.
Big McThankies from McSpankies.
There
to
you
for letting
go.
me come.
Live from the studio.
Live from the apartment. So thank you guys for joining us. We're signing off.
Peace.
Peace.
See you.